Mamitri kayo. Wala, pangit lang ang iyang HDR. Pakit kaya akong face. Pakit na kita akong face. Highly ko ano siya, highly lihat sa taas. Okay, go. Man. Bot? Dagan-dagan ko sa dapat. Bot? Ano kani? Kani? Sige lang. Gusto ko ulit. Uy, accident. Kaming. Asa ka? Gawas lang. Sila nasa? Kasi mga building mismo sila? Nakadapit. So, lumipot ko building sa? Doon ka building? Wala man. Tara. Type 4 ay bandage. Ito lang na. Ayun sa tayo. Hawas ako dili kanay punta sa likod. Ito sa likod, sa balay. Sumaipiro niya ako. May tao sa likod lagi, mami. Nali sa likod sa puno ang usa. Naka sa shed. Bata siya likod ha, sa mo. Kontra, mami. Mami, pwede po yung masave, mami. Mami, pwede po yung masave, mami. Ayaw na lang. Ayaw na kayo diri. Ayaw na kayo na diri. Ayaw na lang. Ayaw na. Ayaw na. Wala na. Sayang. Ano na, patay na sa likod, patay na. Wala, patay na sila patong kawan. Sabla kami, go, mami, go. Ano, patay sila kanan. Sabla sila kanan. Naapa. Go, mami. Go. Go, padual pa. Ayaw pagapang gansi yung kana. Nakuscope din sa ako ang body times 4. Buha mo sila gud sa gani hagod nagsaka. Kita mo ka nagkamang manggod ko. Nagda sa akong doon sa dead body. Mami, ikaw na dito, mami. Tura oh. Mag-loot. Mami, patay ka na, mami. Reload. Ay. Ah.
阖家团圆，事事顺心。
Dili man, pero kumain tayo masinta. Lagi. Bukan nih.
Kebok sih lu. Kebok. Ya, apa kan sudah guys.
Wala man. Mic on. naman. Wala pa ulam naglot. Sayang. Napadiri ba kayo? Ay, diri ito machine gun. Skip biyak kayo din. Pero pang miko na nun siya. Kanang close range. Nakuha na ako to. Vector ka? Umano na vector oh. Okay, kaya na akong melee. Bali kuhaan ko ng high. I need more rifle ammo. Bali kuhaan na ko ng high ko. Puro ako rifle. Sa melee, sa range. May gunshot. Base. Okay, lupad ko. Ano naman minakunton na mami? Ito sakay. Ay! Ay! Sayang yung mga pusil. Di manggod. MP7. MP7 oh, kanina dead body oh. Ang dead body oh? Or kanina mong dead body? Ikaw ni? Hapon pa siya mamatay. Oh, wala pa siya mamatay. May nag-iing life 1 na lang bitaw. Patay pa ako sa vector. Aim siguro, report na lang ako. Ganyan rin siya na patay-patay po. Patay po. Ano sila? Wala.
新年快乐，万事如意。
Black and white. I like a totally free app called Camera MX. Whatever you want to do. Next up is a totally free app called Camera MX. If you go into the settings of Camera MX, you can choose your video resolution. You can add grids on the screen. You have other settings as well. You can change your photo resolution if you want to take photos with it. And it also has a time-lapse video feature, which is really cool. And I think that's amazing for a free app. And if you're using an external mic, you want to go into settings and choose the audio source. If you don't already have it set, it might set as default, but when you plug in the camera, you do have an option to use an external microphone. Camera MX also comes with a handful of filters that they give you for free. I personally am not using the filters. I think it's kind of Instagrammy, but if it's a look that you're going for, knock yourself out. They're available if you want to play with them. And you can see right here along the top, it's pretty easy to set your exposure. You go up to the little light bulb and you can actually drag it to the left or drag it to the right to dial in the right exposure that you want for your shot. Camera MX is a super powerful app. It gives you a lot of manual controls. I'm actually blown away at the fact that it's free. So this is something that you definitely want to check out if you don't want to spend any money here. Now, if you're wondering if you need manual controls or not, here's what manual controls actually do for you. Manual controls allow you to change the ISO, change the exposure, change the frame rate, change the focus, change the white balance. It allows you to basically get in and control every aspect of the app, just like you would a DSLR camera. Is this right for you? I don't know, because I don't know what type of content that you're shooting. You might just be perfectly fine setting up your phone, putting it on a tripod, or holding it in your hand, hitting record using the native recorder on your phone, and off and away you go. That works for a lot of people, and that might work for you. But if you can learn how to dial this in and get your white balance and your exposure just right, it's gonna make your video content look even better than it is now. Cinema FV5 is an absolute powerhouse of an app, and it's totally free. They do have a paid version, but the only difference between the paid version and the free version is on the free version, they limit how long your clips can be. On a paid version, you get unlimited amount of time, or as much as your phone will allow. Cinema FV5 has a ton of features. It also allows you to add a Bluetooth mic or an external.
Loh! Mami! Oo. Mami, anong buwan man? Gusto mo ni paabot sa'yo mo, ha? Dapit. Bot na. Tayo. Kasi, kung siguro siya, sulay-sulay siguro siya. Damn it. Damage siya. Ano sa easy open? Hindi na easy open. Saan na? Ha? Sabit ay itlog ha? Hindi siya yung luto egg. Gusto yung lutoon? Taga na, di sa diri oy. Kuha na. Yep. Oh, egg. Egg, yes. Kung naka-suppressor, malinis siya. Lakas. Nagbag ko oh. Layo kayo ko. Kanang mga pusil. Rubber chicken the bug. Ano, gumuduo yun, no? Naman to. Nasa 8 times 10%. Four times tapos 80. Naman, this R80. Good. Whew, that's okay.
Mic or use the built-in mic in the camera. And out of the apps on this list, as far as I'm aware, this is the only one that works with a Bluetooth mic. Like all the other apps, it has a grid feature that allows you to turn on and off the grid so you can keep things balanced. It has white balance features where you can set it on auto or you can manually set them. It has focus features, light metering features, ISO, so you can choose auto or you can dial it in yourself. And it also has exposure that you can also set in auto or you can dial that in as well. And when you do change the exposure, it's as easy as tapping on it so it opens up and just tapping on the minus or the plus so you can tap it just one at a time to get the exact look that you want. Cinema FV5 also allows audio metering. It's a little headphone icon right there. So when you put your headphones in, you can hear what's going on when you're recording so you know if the audio is good or not. Next up on the list is a Better Camera. A Better Camera is a pretty powerful app. It works for video and photos like most of these apps do. It has a lot of features inside. It's going to let you lock the autofocus and lock the exposure. A Better Camera has a bunch of settings. You can slide them out from the side on the left. You can change your focal mode, the white balance. It has more settings. You can tap on that. Of course, you can switch the cameras, the front or the back. You have your exposure compensation. You have your video quality, your resolution. You have the color effect. You have exposure metering. It has a level option so you can tell if your phone is actually level or not, so you're not shooting something crooked. It has a self timer and it has several grid options to help you keep everything balanced in your viewfinder. A Better Camera also has a really simple time-lapse feature. You just turn it on, choose how many seconds or minutes that you want, hit start and off you go. Next up is Filmic Pro. Filmic Pro is an absolute professional app in every sense of the word. Anywhere you look, it's rated 5 stars or the top app or the second best app. It is an absolute powerhouse when it comes to shooting video. And when you open up Filmic Pro, you're going to notice up here on the bottom right that it has a bunch of features where you can go in and you can choose the quality, you can choose the ratio, you can shoot in 2K, you can shoot in 3K or 4K, you can shoot in any resolution that you want. You can also shoot in Filmic quality or Filmic Extreme or standard quality. You can change your frame rate, meaning that you can shoot in 24, 25, 30, up to 60, even 120 and 240. If you're looking for slow motion, you're going to want to shoot in 60 or 120 or 240 and then slow that down in your video editor. But this gives you a ton of flexibility when it comes to shooting the right type of content. And it also has a time-lapse feature so you can shoot video time lapses. Moving on to audio, you can either bypass the audio altogether and record only video. You can choose the audio quality that you want. And if you plug in an external mic, you can choose that mic or the onboard camera microphone. Now, Filmic Pro has a ton of other features, but one of the coolest features is that once you have all of this dialed in to the exact setting that you like, you can save it as a custom preset for yourself. You can even create multiple custom presets. So when you pull this out, you can go to your preset option here and you can choose the preset you've already set and you can just grab it and take off and start shooting, which means you don't have to waste a lot of time trying to reset up Filmic Pro for each shot. Now, Filmic Pro also has image stabilization, which is really cool, and it's actually really good stabilization. So if you're holding this in your hand while you're out shooting, make sure you turn on stabilization. But if you have this on a tripod, make sure you turn off stabilization. I've had some problems where I've had it on a tripod, I forgot to turn off stabilization, and it actually made the footage kind of wobbly. It actually took me a while to figure out what the problem was, but the problem was I left on stabilization while the camera was sitting still, and it was trying to compensate for movement that wasn't there. So make sure to turn it on for movement and turn it off if it's on a tripod. Now, when it comes to manual controls inside of Filmic Pro is really hard to beat. You can really dial in the exposure. You can even use zebra pattern.
Bluetooth speaker ko sa office ko. Papalagas ito. Overexposed na areas. So pwede mo i-adjust ang exposure para mawala na siya. Then, yung picture ba? I'm not sure anymore. Minsan siya pero ako kung sila nag-update. This is a shot using cinema camera FV5. This is a recording sample using open camera. Water, please.
This is
Ibaan mo ko eh. Ay. Wala oy. Wala dahil nagikuan. Wala siya nag 4K.
Oh my goodness, mommy, 4K. Ako dami. Oh my goodness, how does it look? Mga 10 seconds na siguro stop na yun kay basing bakwan ang kuan. Ina.
10K na ni siya.
Stop.
Okay.
This is a recording sample using open camera. This is a shot using cinema camera FV5.
$720 ra. Kato open camera kay kuan. 1080. Pero kani, uy. Ako sa pink version. Wala. Asa ko mga lenses, mami? Asa yung bag? Itong lens ako, be. Wala akong lens. Itong mag-lens ko. Also nyo ang dito ba sa front cam, prioritize din niya ang nahong sa tao. Mo na siya niya nag-expose. One, two, three, three. Lihok ko? Yes, ito. Oh my goodness, ang akong old na lens. Wala nun siya macro. Nya 120 kani siya 150 na siya tanan. Pwede pa man good to good ikuan. Kani pa man to final, imo man to i-crop. Pero kani siya si katong kani siya, di na kailangan di na kayo mag-crop kaayo. Kay sakto na mo gud ang iyang katong tayong gingon nga gamay ra bito ang black.
So it can tell you if you're going to balance the Kelvin scale that's listed right here as temperature. Now, my personal favorite part of Filmic Pro is right here on the right, you see the audio meter. You can visually see the audio while you're filming. And that is super important if you need to get your audio dialed in, which you do. So you can plug your headphones in and you can also meter the audio to make sure that it sounds right, as well as you can see it visually to make sure that everything is coming in the way it should and it's not clipping. And if you're wondering which one of these apps I think is the best or which one is the best, you're not going to like my answer. And to be totally honest with you, the answer is the app that's the best Pest is the one that's going to suit your personal needs and work on your phone. What I need on my phone might not be what you need on your phone. Some people need more manual controls. Some people can just turn it on and shoot auto, and that's fine. So the best thing you can do is download these apps, put them in your phone, see if they work on your phone first, and if they do, play around with them and see if they work the best for you. But if you want to pin me down and get my personal opinion on which one is the best, I'm going to go with Filmic Pro. And the reason I'm going to go with Filmic Pro is number one, I like the fact that I can change the frame rate so easily. And number two, I like the visual audio metering. I think that is really convenient, and I like that I can see that metering right there on the screen. So if you want to ask me and if you make me give you an answer, it's going to be Filmic Pro. But we don't know if Filmic Pro is right for you, and we don't know if it's going to work on your phone. So install it and see if it works. Once you get your head around Filmic Pro, it's an amazingly powerful app. This is really one of those apps you're going to have to install and check it out for yourself. If it's too much, use one of the other apps that have less features, or it might be just right for you and you might actually need all the manual controls that it gives you. And if you're wondering right now if you actually need any of these apps, the honest answer is it depends on what you're shooting and your phone. If you already have a lot of manual controls on your phone and you're happy with that, then no, you don't need these apps. However, if you're wanting to dial everything in and get a perfect look with your phone, or maybe even shooting a different frame rate and your native camera doesn't allow that, then you might want to look into one of these apps. Or it's possible that maybe you just don't like how your manual settings are on your phone, and one of these apps actually lays it out better and makes it easier to use. For me personally, I don't like the manual controls inside the Samsung S9, so I use Filmic Pro as much as I can. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. If this is your first time here, be sure to hit that subscribe button, followed by the notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos that are going to help you master your mobile and make better content with your phone. And I'll see you in the next video.
Taking the jet back to New York City. It's been good to be on the farm with the horses, get away from the big city, but now I gotta go do some business. Headed to New York, then Miami. And I'll tell you, I've been working on a brand new project. 2 years ago, I launched a social media marketing agency. I trained over 30,000 people in 90 countries how to use social media to get businesses to pay you to manage their Facebook ads, their YouTube presence.
Na, reset na. Murag.
恭喜发财，大吉大利！
Hey
Hey Ross, I forgot to record a video for you last night, my time, Sunday. It is now Monday, so I thought I would do a couple of audios here. I haven't planned out like in detail work, but podcast, I think it's 118, is ready to go for you. I'd love to have that edited. That goes out this week, so you could do that sooner rather than later. That would be great. The sales page for the cards, I think it sounds like you made some good changes there, and thanks for letting me know that. It sounds like what you're telling me is when you look on your mobile phone, it looks a little bit different than the Thrive editor. I've always just trusted the Thrive editor, the mobile view, and that seems to work pretty well, but maybe it's not perfect, but let's go with that for now. So just make sure it looks good in the Thrive mobile editor, and then let me know when you're 100% done with that, and I think I will cut over to that new page. It looks pretty good. Let me record one more audio for you with some other stuff.
Kalaban dira sa imo ha. Oh, daadagang kayo. Tutol. Nasakyan ang kona ko.
Okay, let's talk about those Commerce Garage videos. I think you made a 16-second and a 24-second or something like that. The two that we're using to animate the homepage, to advertise the homepage. I think the 24-second version was fine already. You just had something really weird going on with the audio in the shorter version. You were going to fix that. I'm not sure if you did. Can you let me know in Slack, please? Just communicate with me in Slack. Good communication is always rewarded, and I appreciate it. Okay, so those are those videos. Then, we're going to start working on a Nuvi page. So here's what I'm going to do. Can you confirm for me in Slack that you're good with this? I'm going to send you some text. It's basically just some copy that my friend Brian wrote to advertise the Nuvi app, and we haven't put any, headlines or anything. It's just basically text. So I want you to start thinking about how you want to maybe make a sales page look good, simple. Let's try to make a very simple looking sales page for the Nuvi app. The reason being, we're going to make the app free instead of $3, and then we're going to make the bonus course that comes with it still free. It's already free, but it's still going to be free. So people are going to get a really, really good free resource. And so I don't think we need to make the page super complicated. We just want to make it flow in blocks. So we're going to take the text, the copy that Brian has written, and it's just demo for now. We're going to change the text, I'm sure. But let's just get the basic idea of how we want the sales page to look by making a headline, by putting the MMH logo. You can probably do some similar stuff to what you already did with the cards, but I'll leave it up to you just to let's make it very linear. Let's not worry too much about, columns and, testimonials beside text and all that kind of stuff. Let's just make it flow, and you might have to come up with
nakakuan. Sana. dili ka na naka isa oh glider second floor. Lah, taas. Napanis siya ha, napanis siya nasa sasulod. Nasunod mamaya bantay ha. Baka sila kabuok kagani ha. Oh. Wala, open doors dire ikaw ni. Mapuan siguro siya na bug. Ko na sa kanan ka ng glider. Masih sa dagat siguro na. Tara. Rubber chicken over here. 4 times asad. Oh, gagana ko 4 times. Hah? Ano naman? Sa kanan. Huh? Ano man na? Pwede po tayo din mabot. Ano rin, nagalaban sa taas galing? Huwag nakagid galing. Sa babaw, oh. Hindi ako makita. Tara. Alam mo, radiation na mami. Ay, tumutol sa nakita na ako. Mami, help. Puso. Ang guba akong kuan. Motor. Sila. Oh, tinuod. Tinuod. Ito sa pink na balay. Oo. Tira, mulakaw mo na sila ron. Wala sa bilog. Drinks, naka? Anong daan? Ano sa blue? Pink? Oh. Tara. Huh? Siin? Tama mo na sa pikas. Diri oh. One down. Nadiri. Oh, tara. Apa? Asa? Mau na sila ito maganiha. Ali. Ali, ako matoon. Ito pala, sure ka? Wala, magulong na. Kung saan nakakumpuan, armor balik. Ay, pagka-bebe. Yan ano? Bakit ako mamatay? Bakit ako mamatay? Tok? Okay lang. Tayo na si Obre. Mid rifle. Ay, mid armor yan. High ground sa high grounds. Look lang. Wala ko yung armor dyan. Uy! Dula day kayo mami, naradira mami, bantay-bantay ha. Kita din mo siya, makita din mo siya. Go mami, kaya mo siya. Enggak. Sebelah ini tahu? Wala killed na. Oo. Tingin-tingin mo siya kasi nga sila sa mga kantang puno-puno. Oh. Nasa side ground siya. May vlog ka. Oh. Uy. Hala. Oh, knock-out mo to sila. Sakto posible. Ground. Oh. Lockdown sa safe zone pagka kaalangan eh bukod ato. AFK? Walay medkit? Down lang. Ano, revive pa to? Ah, patay na siya. Ay, wala pa din. Gunshots. No ka to? Tara, mami. High ground. Tara siya, oh. Na-range lang ta. Nasa'yo mo? Hala. Sa babaw, ragyapon. Ay, tura. Kitaan ako. Ano tayo pusil, no? Paglihok. Kaya matay ta dire. Go heal. Tara, mami. Tao man. Tao. Mula siyang bot. Nasamot na ko, nagdrama ka, pwede patayan mo. Mula siyang bot, magagay kita ka. At least that's all, folks. We won. So sa mga wala na nanaw, nanis na ha? Click. Ano? Click lang. Mami claim. Wala pa tayo sa ka-game, oh. Wala tayo sa ka-game. Welfare. Taon nyo na lang ni. Tiri, oh.